Today, we are updating the best budget cards right now in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Today's budget is going to be set at 50,000 coins. And by the end of today's video, we're going to have filled out this whole lineup, offense and defense, showing you how much, if you wanted to build out this full budget team, how many coins it would cost you. So make sure you stick around until the end. If you're looking to make a big purchase for your squad, head to my sponsor, MMOEXP. Cheap, fast, reliable MUT coins. Use code FRUITY at checkout for 5% off. A link for their website is in the description. Getting started at quarterback for 50K, we have Lamar Jackson. Lamar was kind of the best QB in the game when the game came out to a lot of people, and he still is solid. For 50K, around 50, 51, 68 on PlayStation. If you do want to go a little bit cheaper at quarterback, the alternative option here would be the 80 overall Anthony Richardson. To me, Richardson just kind of has worse stats and a worse release, so I'd be careful there. I would definitely say Lamar is much better, but you are paying 30K extra, which in the grand scheme of things for a lot of people isn't that much, but for a guy who's on a budget, 30K can be a lot. So I just want to throw that in there, that Richardson's also the cheaper alternative, but I think Lamar is my favorite at quarterback. Heading over to running back, we got Eric Gray. Eric Gray, 47K, you get 84 speed, 87 acceleration. And one thing that kind of sucks about the Team of the Week promo is that they have been giving us pretty decent budget cards, but the problem is now that, you know, it's all the packs are gone, the supply's down, so it's going to be more expensive to kind of get your hands on these budget guys. Hopefully they bring back packs. Even if you're not someone that's spending money on packs, even if you're a no money spent budget player, there being packs in the game actually helps you because there's more cards in circulation, meaning prices go down. So Eric Gray, hopefully they bring back the packs for Team of the Week because there are some gems in there. But Eric Gray for the running backs. And at backup back, I got Chris Johnson, 83 speed. Kind of a tough, in this price range, kind of a little bit tough, but 50K is pretty strict as far as what you're going to get. If you could go, upgrade a couple positions at like 75 to 80K, you're going to get some more success. But today I just wanted to go 50K across the board. So at fullback, Pat Ricard. Ricard's not the fastest guy in the game, but he can run block really well, and he's 300 pounds. So usually you put in your fullback for short yardage stuff or just kind of picking up linebackers and DBs. So Ricard has good enough speed and acceleration where he's able to get out there, and then also has the weight, the impact block, and the run blocking to get the job done. I think when initiated in a block, Ricard is definitely one of the more successful fullbacks in the game in general because he is so heavy and his stats are so good. Still, even amongst like these higher overall guys, maybe not use check, but he's got 70 pounds on use check. So, and we know weight does matter in this game. At wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr., 45,000 coins. One of the best budget cards in the game, even making God squads. This guy is really, really good. Route running, 80, 80, 80 after the catch. Pretty solid for a card under 50K, and also does get that top end speed. 86 speed's pretty good at 6'3". Backing him up, I kind of like him in the slot. We got Steve Smith Sr. He's got 85 speed, 85 acceleration. Obviously much smaller with decent route running and things like that, but it's the speed. That's why you pick up a guy like Steve Smith Sr. Also, if you really wanted to, and look at the wide receivers right now, like Tyreek Hill being where he's at, there is a kind of a drop off. You know what I mean? There is a drop off here as far as prices go and things like that. So do keep that in mind. And on the other side, on the outside, I like Randy Moss at 6'4", the 82 overall. Can still hold his own. And to be honest, this 82 overall version of the card does not feel much different than this card. It really does not. Like, as far as how they move and things like that. Having that little bit of extra speed now does go a long way. Like early game, it was a little bit more like they kind of felt the same because, you weren't facing super fast DBs. You might run into some problems now, but there are also some good free receivers, Stephon Diggs and Hines Ward, that I like over both these guys. If you have Hines Ward, I'd run them pretty much over everybody besides Brian Thomas. It does get a little bit close there, but I think using your season tokens on free receivers is pretty valuable right now, especially if you can fully upgrade or get close to fully upgrading Stephon Diggs. Tight end, we got Evan Ingram. This guy's still doing it, man. He's kind of the budget sweetheart right now. 84 speed, 86 acceleration, decent route running. This card does play well and moves pretty solid after the catch. Backing him up, David Njoku. I used this guy for a little bit, and he played really well for me. I did like David Njoku quite a lot. So those are your two tight ends. And we now have our offensive lineman. Offensive line is going to be a lot of legend players because their strength is so high. It's pretty crazy. But finding their strength on a card under 50K, 85 strength, with pretty good stats, with a good build for Willie Roaf. I like him at left tackle. The left guard, give me Larry Allen. I want Larry Allen. We then have Travis Frederick here. There you go. And then we have Elijah Vera Tucker, who I like. And finally, Kelvin Beachum at right tackle, and all these guys under 50,000 coins. I know he's technically not someone you can buy, but the welcome pack Travis Clayton is actually really good, and you can play him anywhere on the whole offensive line. Really good stats, like all over 80 and 70 speed. Speed to me is very important on the offensive line because it helps you as far as pulling guards go, getting to the second level, getting off double teams, getting to the second level. So this Travis Clayton card is someone that you probably should be using if you are budget, no money spent. Anywhere on your offensive line, guard, center, it doesn't matter. Just play him, and he's very good. This is a very solid card right here, and everyone gets him. He's a welcome pack player that you get for free. If you quick sold him already, tough, but yeah, he's pretty good, man. Headed over to the defensive side of the ball, and this would be a great time for you to hit the subscribe button. We are on that road to 50K. It's been a slow road. It has been. We've been struggling to, kind of get to 50K. It's kind of been tough. Hopefully we get 50K and kind of takes the cap off of things, but yeah, any support appreciated. The subscribe button if you are new to the channel. We're so close. But right end, we got Trey Hendrickson. Henderson I do like because of his speed. I like the high acceleration. I like his build. I like him against the runs all right, but I like the 83 finesse move on a card for 40K. At defensive tackle, we have Haloti Nada. I don't know why I was pronouncing the G in his name. I apologize for that, but it's Haloti Nada. And 81 acceleration. Acceleration, one of the most important stats on defensive linemen, or even linemen in general, because you need that quick burst of speed to make a tackle, or if you're able to shed, having that speed to make a tackle, it goes a long way as far as stopping the run, or even getting to the quarterback. Having that quick burst is really, really nice. And Haloti, good build too, 340 at 6'4", going for 37K. Quinn Williams I like too. Quinn Williams just plays well for me. Really good against the run as far as his stats go. He's all over the place on defense. 303, 6'3", 80 power moves. The acceleration not as great, but again, it's hard to find these faster defensive tackles once you kind of get under 50,000 coins. Left outside linebacker, Clay Matthews. This card's one of the better budget cards in today's video. 83 speed, 84 acceleration with 80 power moves, and pretty decent against the run. It's a very consistent card as far as speed, pass rush, and run stopping goes. At middle linebacker, we got two guys here. Of course, Divine Diablo has to make it. Look at these stats. He was made to be a user with good hit power, good tackling, good speed and acceleration. Divine is awesome. We then have Quay Walker. Quay Walker, 6'4", 85 speed with 88 acceleration. Run both these guys in the middle if you have like a two linebacker formation, and you'll be just fine. Quay Walker and Divine both go crazy at their price points. For right outside linebacker, I got two options. If you want more of like a run stopper, pass coverage kind of guy, if you run like 6'1" or something like that and you're still budget, JOK is nice. But if you want just a straight up pass rusher, I like Alex Highsmith. Pretty similar to the card we looked at, Trey Hendrickson, earlier, but really good finesse move, good acceleration, decent speed there. So there's Alex Highsmith. At corner, I had to go a little bit over budget because if you want to use somewhat effective corners, you're going to have to spend a little bit extra. So Mike Abraham's the first one. He's 54K right now. 85 speed, 88 acceleration, and good man coverage. Kind of low zone. And if you are a budget player and you are running more zone coverage, and maybe Micah wouldn't be the guy for you, but I really like the physicals on this card, and I used him for a little bit. He played pretty well. The next up, 88K. I know. But it's Sean Murphy Bunting here, 85 speed, good acceleration, good jumping, and he's 6 foot. So I don't love him at this price point. I do have one alternative option, and that would be where is Antonio Cromartie, and then his lower overall card is someone I don't hate either for a little bit cheaper. And then finally, we have Shaquille Griffin here, 6 foot, 84 speed with 85 acceleration for 33K. So you guys can see though, like cornerback is a position where if you want to be effective here, you really can't go budget. Like defensive linemen and offensive linemen, you can kind of hide them, but like you see the price points here. We're on page 2. We're still way too high. Like Jair, 83 speed, we're not using him, and they really haven't given us too much good budget at cornerback. Like Tariq Stevenson, I think he ran like a really good 40 or whatever the case was. He had a really good weekend, 83 speed, which sucks. He could have easily been like an 85 speed, 81, which would have been great to kind of get a gem like that. But heading over to our free safety, we have Sean Taylor here, 6'2". I like this card a little bit as a user as well, but 84 speed, 85 acceleration, almost 80 zone coverage, but I love him. I love his stats against the run with good COD. I'm always a fan of Sean Taylor cards. They always play well above their attributes. Backing him up, we have a slightly faster option, but shorter option. That's Earl Thomas and also, yeah, I think his stats are better. Like him being over 80 zone, decent hit power, good speed and acceleration. Only problem with him is the fact that he is 5'10". But you could, of course, use both of them, but no reason to when you have guys like Jeremy Chin, who's got 80 zone, 86 speed, 86 acceleration, at strong safety, 6'3", 220. Can be a user, can play over the top. This card is great. And we have Ronnie Harrison, too. There's Ronnie Harrison, 84 speed, 85 acceleration, zone coverage over 80, and 83 hit power at 6'3". So here is the final lineup. Hit the subscribe button again if you guys are new to the channel. We're pumping out. We're gonna start uploading a little bit more frequently. I've had some things kind of get in the way, especially on this channel. We gotta start getting more content out. So be on the lookout for that. But here's the offense, and the final price point for today is 1.2 million. You can of course go a little bit cheaper, and also if you take out backups too, it'll get a little bit cheaper as well. I'll just show you what that looks like if we kind of drop off all the backups and see what our price is then. But here's the price point. We're at 1.1 million coins. And this is a full team build. This is pretty solid. I mean, it's not great, but it's pretty solid. It's crazy how you can buy one card for 1 million, but you can build a whole team for 1 million too. That is decent. Are you gonna be insane? But it's a good start. It's a good starting point for you if you are getting started, or if you just like having budget players, kind of use some more expensive guys and fill in the budget guys, because there are some guys that can legitimately make God squads like Brian Thomas. And on defense, Diablo's great. Chin's great. You know what I mean? There are options here. So even Clay Matthews card I like too. So have a good rest of your day. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you boys in